China and Japan, the icons who forged Asia's greatest civilizations. In the shadows of East Asia, two empires rose, forged not by chance, but by the iron will of extraordinary men and women. For over 2 millennia, China and Japan charted destinies that would shape the world. But what if the very foundations of these great civilizations, their philosophies, their armies, their cultures were built on the ambitions of a handful of legendary figures? How did emperors, sages, and warriors turn abstract ideas into continent-spanning empires and unshakable traditions? This is the story of the icons who forged two of history's greatest powers. At the heart of China's story is a relentless drive for unity. It was a land fractured by warring states, where chaos reigned for centuries. The central problem was not just conquering territory, but conquering the hearts and minds of millions. How could a single ruler unify a realm so vast and diverse? The answer came from figures like Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, who used brute force and radical standardization to meld a patchwork of rival kingdoms into a single, cohesive empire. But military might wasn't enough. Thinkers like Confucius offered a different path, a moral blueprint for a stable society built on duty, hierarchy, and respect. His ideas became the philosophical bedrock of Chinese civilization, influencing dynasties for 2,000 years. These were not just leaders, they were architects of a cultural and political identity that would endure through rebellion, invasion, and revolution. Across the sea, Japan faced a different kind of challenge. Isolated by geography, its struggle was internal, a quest for a unique identity in the shadow of its powerful neighbor. The Japanese selectively borrowed from China, adapting its writing, religion, and government, but always on their own terms. The samurai emerged as the ultimate symbol of this distinct path. More than just soldiers, they lived by Bushido, a strict code of honor, loyalty, and self-discipline. Figures like Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary swordsman, embodied the spirit of relentless self-improvement and martial perfection. Later, during the Meiji Restoration, visionaries like Emperor Meiji would steer Japan away from feudal isolation, embracing rapid modernization to transform the nation into a global power. They proved that resilience and innovation could forge a destiny just as powerful as conquests. The climax of this epic tale is not a single battle, but a collision of legacies. China's emperors built a bureaucratic superstate, a marvel of centralized power and cultural continuity that influenced all of Asia. Japan, in contrast, cultivated a culture of disciplined exceptionalism, where the warrior's spirit was channeled into national ambition. These two paths, born from different struggles, created a dynamic of rivalry and mutual influence that defined East Asia for centuries. One empire was built on the power of the state and the wisdom of the sage, the other, on the edge of the sword and the will of the innovator. From the terracotta army guarding China's first emperor to the serene gardens shaped by Zen masters in Kyoto, the legacies of these icons are written into the very soul of their nations. They were more than just historical figures, they were the living embodiment of ideas that built worlds. The story of China and Japan is the story of how visionary minds and unwavering discipline can shape the course of history, leaving an indelible mark that continues to define our world today.